Hello, and welcome to the Breakthrough Coach podcast session. I'm Jill Pankos, Vice President and Managing Partner of the Breakthrough Coach. Today, I'm joined by Aisha Thomas, Principal of Zach Elementary School in the Poudre School District in Fort Collins, Colorado. Aisha is an avid Breakthrough Coach practitioner whose school has undergone quite a transformation over the last 4 years of her leadership there. She's here today to share specifically about what's happened at Zach around culture and climate and the relationship she sees between her most recent survey scores and her Breakthrough Coach practices. Hello, Aisha.
Hello.
So I've heard you've had quite a breakthrough at Zach in terms of the elementary school's climate and culture survey scores this year. Give us the facts. What did the data show?
Absolutely. This year we surveyed our students as a district, which was really incredible. And so we've got some great baseline data that we'll continue as a district to survey our students, our 4th and 5th grade students every year. And it's about how they feel connected to school. So how they feel connected to the adults here at school, how they feel connected to each other, and how they feel connected to their interests here at school. And I was really, really proud of our scores. Our connections survey showed that 94% of our students feel connected to the adults at school. And 98% of them feel like families like theirs are represented and feel welcome at school.
Wow.
And that's coming from the kids. That's really powerful. 99% of our students said that adults at school help them if they're having trouble. And 99% of our kids said, I have friends at school. So it was really good, exciting data for us to be able to see those really strong numbers.
Yeah, so you've built quite a community there over the last 4 years. So where was it 4 years ago when you started at Zach? Where were your culture and climate scores 4 years ago?
So 4 years ago, we didn't have the student survey, but we've always surveyed our parents and our staff. And so this is really cool data that's directly tied to the Breakthrough Coach methodology. When I first started in August of 2013, I surveyed my staff on the type of culture they had here. And there were 4 types of staff culture: parallel play, adversarial, congenial, and collegial. As a staff, the most healthy culture is for us to move towards collegial.
Yes.
So in August of 2013, when I surveyed the staff, the vast majority had placed themselves as a staff in either parallel play or adversarial. So on the spectrum of healthy culture 4 years ago, the day I started, they placed themselves in the most unhealthy part of the spectrum.
Wow. So where is it now?
So then 6 months after implementing the Breakthrough methodology, resurveying the staff, they had moved themselves to congenial and collegial. And it was 0% in parallel or adversarial. So it was a huge turnaround just 6 months after the Breakthrough methodology.
So where is it this year as you've surveyed people?
So as we surveyed this year, it's continued along the spectrum to collegial. So the vast majority are in collegial with some still in congenial, and we're moving forward every day.
Okay, so real growth. So what happened? How did you create an environment that produced that kind of change so quickly and has been sustainable over 4 years now on?
Well, I think a couple of things that have happened. One of the biggest things that we implemented was our office and coaching days. And essentially we made ourselves, and I say we, my assistant principal and I, of our school of 600 students and 50 staff members, we made ourselves highly visible. So one of the things that we did was, my first year here, before Breakthrough, we did the mandatory 2 formal observations and 1 informal. And the formal was 30 minutes scheduled with the teacher, and the informal is we just pop in. So informal wise, every teacher had 1 informal. That's 50 over the course of the year. And that felt like a lot. That was year 1. Then after implementing our coaching and office days and making our coaching days truly out into the building, by year 2, we were at over 200 informals.
Wow. Okay.
50 the year before to 200. And that was keeping with the same, everyone has the 2 formals, but we added the informals. We really bumped those up. Then by year 3, my assistant principal and I had 600 informals. So that was in About 18 months time from starting the Breakthrough Coach, we went from 50 informals to 600.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, incredible.
So which Breakthrough Coach practices around scheduling the coaching and office days did you really adhere to that made all that possible?
You know, really one of the biggest things that we as an administration were really committed to was the calendaring and having our secretary manage our calendaring, so that when we were out and about and if people stopped us and said, hey, you know, I need to talk to you about this something one-on-one, can we talk right now? We had to learn how to say no to some things in order to say yes to being visible. So in that instance, we would be able to tell a teacher, I really want to talk to you about this. Right now, I'm, you know, in this classroom with these kids, or I'm out at recess hanging, or I'm at lunch. I know it looks like I'm just hanging with the kids, but there's actually a really strong purpose here. Please schedule an appointment, and I'll give you my undivided attention, you know, at that time. And when and we talked to the staff openly about this at staff meetings and how we were proceeding, and really the purpose around the coaching days. And so we were able to be outside present from morning, you know, supervision until after school supervision, all the way through, and be able to, you know, have our kids know we're there for them and they know who we are.
And that's reflected in what those kids have said now, 4 years later.
Absolutely. I think it's so clear.
So what would you say to other school leaders who've been charged with transforming climate and culture at their schools?
I would say the first thing is get baseline data. Figure out where your staff, your parents, and your students are. And then if you haven't yet, go to a Breakthrough 2-day training. If you have gone, start working the methodology. Have an impeccable office. Have your office and coaching days. Turn over your calendar to your secretary. Those 3 things are going to give you huge leverage points in creating and being able to focus on the vision of the culture of the school.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much for your very rich and informative perspective, and good luck to you always.
Thank you.